Well, hello there. Yep, I wear a lot of hats, literally and figuratively. And as you can see, I have my CWA local union hat on. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this quick video, I'm actually waiting to go into a union meeting, and in the city where I work, there's not a lot of opportunity. First of all, I love my hometown. Love it. I love the place that I live. I love the city that I live in. I love the people. I love my neighbors, my neighborhood association. I love it. But there aren't a lot of high-paying jobs in small-town America. And so I'm actually going to this union meeting because in the city where I live, in fact, the place where I work, the pay. When my ex-husband left, 2 years ago, walked out and left and filed for divorce, and I went and I met with the judge and the attorneys and all of this stuff. They told me to go get a job. I walked out, and in 3 days I took the first job I found, and it was actually with this company. It's in a call center, and this is CWA. It's Call Center Workers of America. And the call center, in that call center, we handle the federal government contracts where we take the calls for the Affordable Care Act. And my salary in that job is $9.64 an hour. Now, my son, who was working at Home Depot at the time, made $10 an hour. He actually made more money at Home Depot than I did working at a federal government contract. And so I'm sharing this video because it's important to understand that ministry is as much about justice as it is about salvation, as it is about healing, as it is about deliverance. Because if you can help people, if you can help them get a job, like I do in the Customer Service Academy, one of my goals is to help students between 16 and 24. And in that age window, there are lots of single parents, there are lots of single moms, there are lots of young adults who are trying their best to get a financial foot under them. But if you can help that person get a good job where they can make enough money to feed their kids, at $9.64 an hour, the average single mom in the call center, the federal government contract center where I work, still has to get food stamps in order to feed their families. They can't feed their kids on $9.64 an hour. And so this particular call center in our town they're trying to unionize. And do I think a union is necessarily the best option? No, I don't. But for those individuals in my community, there isn't much more of an option for them. So when you're talking about economic justice, economic justice, when you're talking about justice, you're talking about getting women out of poverty. And the overwhelming majority of the people in that call center, these are women. These are single women. These are older women who are trying to have just enough money to keep their house together. Most of them don't earn enough, take home enough money to pay rent. They barely take home enough money to keep the roof over their heads. So at $9.64 an hour, the average one of them takes home about $282 a week. Okay? So you do that math. So when you're talking about ministry, when we're talking about the kingdom of God, we're talking about the whole gamut of what has to happen for people to be made whole. You're talking about feeding the hungry, clothing the naked. You're talking about getting a roof over their head. But at the end of the day, if you can just help people get a decent job, and that's economic justice. And then when we have corporations, this corporation, their profit was $30 billion with a B, $30 billion. And yet they come into our neighborhood, our community, and they pay these workers $9.64 an hour. Now, just an hour from here, just on the other side of the Louisiana border, there is another call center exactly like this one. However, in that community, there were a number of unionized companies. There was a mill that was unionized. Now, in that city, doing the exact same job with the exact same federal government classification, those employees in that city, guess how much they make doing the same thing? $11.75 $9.46 an hour. Now, you tell me you're going to preach to me out of your pulpit and tell me how much I need Jesus. You know what? Preach from your pulpit the message of economic justice. Preach from your pulpit to those community leaders. There are cities around, I even know in my own state, there are cities who will have their economic development as a part of their economic development campaign. They'll say, "Oh, this is we have low cost employees." And what you're saying to the companies out there that are looking to relocate is that you come here, we'll help you keep people in poverty by paying them $9.64 an hour in this town, when if they drove for an hour just the other side of the Louisiana border, those same individuals doing the exact same job would make $11.46. Where's the justice in that? So as you're thinking about ministry, and when I tell you it's time to build and what we should be putting our hands to do, these are issues that you can become involved in, that you need to be a part of the conversation, that you need to talk to your political leaders. And if you're thinking about running for positions in government, these are the factors and the issues that matter to the people who are just trying to keep food on the table so that they can raise Johnny and Betty and get them grown and help them get an education so that they can have a good career or be entrepreneurs. That's what ministry is. So ministry is economic justice. In my case, and part of my assignment, yep, I'm helping this localized union, the Call Center Workers of America. I'm helping this particular plant unionize. Now, I know there aren't a lot of people on this little video, and that's okay, because I'm not talking about something that concerns a lot of people. But let me tell you something. Let me help you understand the power of this. Because if there's economic justice and Johnny has a job, Johnny won't be sitting at home when his buddy calls him and say, "Man, let's go break into some houses." And the very house that they may be breaking into might be yours. When Johnny's trying to get some money because his baby mama crying, talking about she needs some diapers. If Johnny has a job, Johnny has some money that he can go give his baby mama so she can go ahead and buy those diapers. But if Johnny doesn't have a job and nobody's helping Johnny get a job and nobody cares enough to see to it that the call center that they're working in raises the way, and what's so killer about it, this is what's so killer about it, I'm just waiting till this meeting starts. What's so killer about it is that the federal government actually provides a provision for this company to increase the wages if they were unionized. If they have the bargaining agreement, if they had a bargaining agreement, then these individuals could go in and the federal government would pay this contractor more. So the contractor's actually not taking any money out of their pocket. It's actually written into the federal government contract. Folks, this is economic justice. This is kingdom building. This is what we are talking about. So we got to get the church out the church. Just get up and get off the freaking pew and go do something. Put your hands to the plow and do something. Help somebody. Help somebody. Do something that matters. And stop sitting around praying and praying and praying. Prayer is, yes, we need to pray. Don't get me wrong. I know every prayer undergirds every effort. But if you're going to pray and find out what you can do to help somebody get off the trafficking truck. If you're going to pray, find out what you can do. Finding out what are the issues in your city and how you can help change those factors that are impacting the hungry people and the naked people and the sexually abused people and the domestic violence people and the rich people whose kids are killing themselves because they don't know. Because it's not just a poverty thing. Poverty is not a financial condition. It is a state of mind where people have a perspective of meager possibilities. When they think that there's nothing better for them, there are no possibilities, that this is all there is. And if they think that this is all there is, there are a lot of rich people right now cutting themselves. A lot of rich kids taking drugs to numb the feeling of having no purpose in life. That's ministry. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, I know this ain't a popular topic. That's all right. Y'all, maybe the next video, like my mama used to say, if you don't like what I served up for lunch, come back for dinner. You might like the dinner time menu a little bit better. In the meanwhile, if you're going to be in ministry and call yourself a preacher or a pastor, be concerned with the issues that matter. Do something about the issues that matter. 4.6 million kids, 16 to 24 years old, not in school, not working. Seriously? 1 in 9, not in school, not working. How many of those kids are in your town? And what are you, pastor, in the pulpit preaching, telling people they need to bring their money to you? What are you doing to help those kids? That's what I'm talking about. Economic justice. Economic justice. Ministry is about justice, causes of justice, and righteousness and truth. So, what was I talking about in this quick video? I got my CWA union hat on, Call Center Workers of America. I'm helping the place where I work unionize because I'm going to be okay. God, I got income streams, and y'all heard me talk about income streams. Everybody needs at least 3. You need 3 ways for money to be coming into your house, minimum. If you want to be financially independent and build wealth, you got to have 5. That's a whole nother message. So Stella's got income streams, and I'm working on building up some more. But when you want to help people and you really want to do ministry, then you need to be concerned about the issues that matter. One of those issues is economic justice, where you have major corporations that think it's perfectly okay to come into a town and pay people $9.64 an hour, when an hour from here, people are doing the exact same work in a community that's actually smaller, that had the median household home cost in our town is about $170,000. The median home price in that town just on the other side of the border, $83,000. And yet, in our city, these workers are being paid $9.64. In that city, it's a town called Bogalusa, they're being paid $11.46 an hour. That ain't right. It's not right. Not from a corporation that is a federal government contractor, and that federal government contractor could easily pass the cost of paying these workers fairly on. And the federal government allows them to do so if they collectively bargain. This is ministry. This is what we're called to do. This is what talk about this from the pulpit. Just saying. Anyway, my meeting is about to start in a few minutes. So what's this video about? Somebody type it in there for me. Economic justice. It is about getting out of the pulpit and looking at the issues that matter to people. We got kids committing suicide because they have no purpose. One of the things I love about the academy is we attract kids, because a lot of times they'll sign up to go to the academy just because they need something to do in the summertime, so that they can come and get training and get a job in a week. That's my goal. Help these kids. Help these young single moms, 19, 20 years old. You got a baby at home and you're trying to find a job so that you can feed your baby and go to school at the same time. That's what is it. Economic justice. I love you guys. Got to go to my meeting. Y'all make it a great day.